Leverkusen won, Arsenal won. Just a quick recap on yesterday's game at Leverkusen, where Arsenal scraped through with a 1-1 draw. To be honest, it wasn't the best performance that we've had, obviously, in the Champions League, but I feel like the players were a little bit tired, if I'm being honest. You could see it in the performance. And I ain't going to go through all the players because, to be honest, I don't think none of them was really that good. Maybe apart from Raya. I think Raya's been brilliant. It weren't his fault for the corner and the goal that they conceded, but he saved us prior to that, and he always saves us. I think he had a decent game, but the rest of them, not impressed. So I'd say that's like a 5 across the board for all of them. I weren't impressed with none of them. I can see tiredness creeping in. I can see the lack of motivation. I don't think it's a good idea that people will say, all we got to do is take them back to the Emirates and we're guaranteed a win, because that's nothing set in stone. That's not the case. So really what we should have done is pushed harder and tried to get the win at Leverkusen, and then hopefully get back to the Emirates and be able to rest some players. Because if you look at the game, you could see Saka hasn't been at his best all season, but especially in yesterday's game, Saka was it wasn't his best performance, which is why Arteta took him off, and deservedly so. He was poor. So, I think I agree with that decision there, taking him off, because he wasn't playing good at all. It was one of his worst games I've seen him play this season. So I'm glad Arteta saw that and brought on Madueke, who, when he came on within the first 5 minutes, he done more than Saka did for the whole game. So I was glad that Madueke got a game and he got to do something. He won us the penalty, which a lot of people are saying they don't know whether it's a penalty or not. That's neither here or there. There was contact made, but I believe it was a penalty, but it was a soft one. Because if you look at the replay, his leg got clipped. And I think when the Leverkusen defender sat on the floor, Madueke's foot was underneath him. So the referee had no choice. The problem is that Madueke, his reaction was delayed. And I think that's what they were looking at, just to make sure there was contact. But contact was made and the penalty was given. And Kai Havertz converted the penalty and it was 1-1. And then I think we got away with it, because I was impressed with Leverkusen. Everyone was expecting us to just turn up and then roll them over. I was hearing 3-0, 4-0, 5-1, stupid scores. You know what I mean? But Leverkusen are a decent team. I mean, it was only a couple of years ago, I think they went invincible. So they're a good team. Yeah, they've sold some players, but they were decent. But their goal, that guy that scored it, I can't remember his name. He shouldn't have even been on the pitch. But at the end of the day, that's how it goes with football. You get some decisions that go for you and some go against you. But it was, we got away with it yesterday. We got away with it. So we bring them back to the Emirates. I believe we will go through, but we've got to play better than we did yesterday. If we play like that, we ain't getting through, because they were quicker than us, sharper than us. They were more up for it than us. So something has to change. I don't know. Again, I don't know if the players are tired, but we've been rotating quite well lately. So I don't know what the issue is, but something needs to change. Our strikers they're just non-existent. Jesus came on, didn't do nothing, couldn't get in the game. Gyökeres, non-existent again. So something has to change. But hopefully when we get back to the Emirates, we'll rotate a bit better, give them maybe some rest, and hopefully we can show why we're top of the league and why we're top of the Champions League in our group. But we still won. Well, we didn't win, we drew, but we're still undefeated. We've only lost 3 games this season, so everyone's complaining about our style of play and everything. But we're still doing what we need to do. We've got a good defense. Just quickly on Manchester City yesterday, again, a lot of the City fans were talking that City's got this in the bag. They were talking 4-0s, 3-0s and all that, because Real Madrid didn't have a lot of their players there. No Mbappe, no Rodrigo. I can't remember the other guy. Someone else was missing. But Real, to me, just played them off the pitch. It should have been 4s and 5s. It was. They were lucky that they got away with 3. And the commentators, I don't know what they're smoking, but they're talking about they're still in it with a chance. Not if they play like that. If Real go back to wherever it's the City ground, wherever I call it main road, if they go back there, it could be another 3-0. So it's not looking good for City. Ideally, I personally want City to get far in this competition and then just get knocked out. So there's more wear and tear on the players for the running for the Premier League title, and that makes it better for Arsenal. But yeah, they got played off the pitch yesterday. So to be honest, it's looking like an exit for them by the next game. But you never know. They're still in with a slight chance, but it's very slight. And I don't know if Mbappe is going to be back or any of the Real players. So we just have to wait and see. Time will tell. But it's not looking good for City. They got played off the park yesterday. And yeah, we're going to have to see if they can turn it around in the second leg. Going to quickly speak on Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Tottenham, whether they should get rid of Igor Tudor, but I think they should keep him. Yeah, keep him. I'm hearing rumours that they might get, is it Harry Redknapp? A lot of people are calling for Tim Sherwood. I'd say keep Tudor. I think, he's the man for you lot. Hopefully you'll be in the Championship next season. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you there. But seriously, Tottenham, about a month or two ago, I was looking at it thinking they're just too good to go down. I mean, as much as I don't like them, I was thinking there's no way they're going to get relegated. But if you look at their running, their next, even the next couple games, I can't remember. They got Liverpool and someone, I don't know who it is, but if you look at the list, it's not looking good for them. I can see them actually getting relegated, and they've got to play Forest, and Forest look up for it. Somewhere in there, they've got West Ham, and West Ham's picking up momentum as well. So I'm not sure how it's going to end for Tottenham, but it's not looking good. And I can see that the players don't really look like they're interested. I suppose in their contracts, some of them, they're able to leave. Like if the Tottenham were to get relegated, they've probably got some clause in their contract where they can leave for cheap and go to whatever club puts the offer in. But it's not looking good, man. I fear for Tottenham. Honestly, it's looking like the Championship. Looking at your running and the teams around you, they're running. Yeah, it's not looking good, man. So, prayers for Tottenham. But yeah, don't forget to hit the like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on another video.